Hi everyone. How long you have been learning English? 3 years? 6 years? Or maybe more than 10 years? How did you feel? What is the best way to learn English? Is it by practicing, by memorizing, or by learning? Well, technically it has been a long discussion between the experts. They had been argued on the language learning theory on how the language are learned. Some says that our all behaviors are acquired through conditioning, and conditioning occurs through interaction with the environment. This theory is called behaviorism. It states that our nature is product of one's environment. In language learning theory, the behaviorists believe that language acquisition is like any other behavior which can be observed. For example, infants learn an oral language from human role models through a process involving imitation, reward, and practice. In operant conditioning, the teacher has to be consistent in giving a cue and the timeliness of the reinforcement, and the reinforcement consists of two kinds. While another theory is cognitivism. This is a response to behaviorism, which cognitivists believe that learning theory occurs when students receive new information. It guides their brain to look deeper into their memory to remember what they have learned. They are limited in a very small scope of mental process, so it must be developed over time. To organize and interpret a new information, a cognitive has a framework or concept that is called a scheme or schemata. To make and to construct a new scheme, it will be going this process. Meanwhile, there are 4 stages of cognitive development. First is sensorimotor stage from the birth to age 2. They start thinking by sense, movement, and tactile action. Second is pre-operational stage from age 2 to age 7. They start dramatic play or metacognition. Third is concrete operational stage from age 7 to age 11. They are able to think about concrete object and event. And the last is formal operational stage from age 11 to adulthood. Higher order thinking is exhibited and able to work out complex scenario. The next is nativism. In contrast with behaviorists, the nativists believe that language cannot be acquired unless the children are born with a set of rules about language in their head, which they called a universal grammar. It is a foundation upon which all human language are built on. They believe that children are born with an innate ability and a specific language ability to organize law of language and to assist them in mastering the native language. For example, the children would say, "Mommy, biscuit," instead of "biscuit, mommy." The reason is because when they start 2 words together, they have already known and mastered the basic rules of syntax. The last is interactionist. This theory believes that individuals learn about the society through interactions with other people. In language learning theory, the interactionists, such as Brunner, believe that human language behavior of adults when talking to children, as known as child-directed speech or CDS, is especially adapted to support the language acquisition process. It occurs when an adult have a conversation with infant, despite the infant is unable to speak. This interaction of two through games or nonverbal communication build a strong structure of language long before the child is able to speak and communicate verbally. So, it's all about 4 learning theories. And which learning theory do you think the best?